Everyone thinks the YouTube algorithm is some mysterious monster that randomly picks who wins and who dies. But after studying over hundreds of YouTube channels in entertainment, B2B, B2C, SaaS, even brands and creators, I've realized something. The algorithm isn't random, it rewards different types of videos for different reasons. And most creators stay stuck because they're mixing everything together. They're posting top of funnel videos and expecting clients, posting bottom of the funnel videos and expecting virality, and then they're wondering why nothing is growing. So in this video, I'm going to break down the new YouTube algorithm, and I'm going to be using real examples from people like Dan Martell, the Red Bull YouTube channel, Marquise Brownlee, and so many more people. And I'm going to show you exactly how each stage of the funnel works, how to create bingeable content, and how to grow a channel that actually converts. So let's get into it. So the first thing you need to understand about the new algorithm is that it pushes videos that achieve a specific job. So these 4 things matter the most right now: CTR, average view duration, returning viewers, and viewer satisfaction. And different types of video formats have different jobs and objectives. So let's just get right into it. First, we have top of funnel videos. We're going to go over this one first, and this is going to be what will get you the most attention. We have an example here from Dan Martell, and this is pretty much him creating a video about 20 minutes, and he'll make you insanely rich with AI. The TAM's already huge. It's targeting people who want to make a ton of money. It's also targeting people who are interested in AI, and it's targeting people who want to be an $100 million CEO. You can see that in the thumbnail as well. And so the job of these top of funnel videos is to get as many relevant people into your world as possible. And so if I go down here, we're going to break this down a lot even more. So you can see Dan Martell's YouTube channel. He has a lot of top of funnel content, and you can even see there's other YouTube channels, for example, the Red Bull YouTube channel, that pretty much uses a bunch of, they don't even promote their product at this point. They're just having a bunch of viral clips, like insane stunts and moments in their videos. And then they use that and they put logos everywhere. They use that to promote the actual product. And by the way, Red Bulls is a drink company. It's not even like, a company that promotes stunts or anything like that. And so it's very smart marketing because everyone's going to remember that logo and who's like behind all this crazy madness, right? I mean, they have 26 million subscribers. And then going over to Daniel Fazio, he posts a lot of top of funnel content as well. And so let me head over to his channel really quickly. And so you can see on Daniel Fazio's channel, he has a lot of top of funnel videos and he's pushing the AI stuff a ton. And this is going to be like mainly top of funnel. Like you can see, for example, this one, don't start an AI automation agency. That's middle of the funnel content. But if I scroll down a bit, for example, this is a top of funnel video, the best offers to sell in 2025. Very top of funnel. He talks a lot about offers. Now he's pushing like the AI stuff and talking about AI agencies, which you can kind of classify as middle of the funnel, but he's not talking about a specific type of AI agency. But either way, I'd still say it's kind of middle of funnel, it's kind of top of funnel. But either way, going into this again, if you can see, if I scroll down a bit, all they have in common is TAM, total addressable market. And the goal of top of funnel videos is to address as many people as possible so you get as many views and people watching your video as possible. So you want a huge TAM, total addressable market. And if I go back to, let's see, Dan Martell's channel, him adding AI, incorporating that with learning about business is just a huge total addressable market. A lot of people want to learn about AI and a lot of people want to grow a business, right? And a lot of people also want to be a successful SaaS CEO or, pretty much just like him. So he has a big total addressable market that he's targeting. And so some commonalities besides the total addressable market is going to be numbers plus curiosity driven titles. And you always want to use this, especially if you're B2C. If you're more B2B, you shouldn't want a ton of views anyway, because you want as many qualified views as possible. Even if it's less than 100 people, you want all of those people to be qualified. But curiosity driven titles, especially if you're B2C. And of course, you want to have an escalation and constant mini payoffs. What I mean by this is similar to Netflix series, they give you that teaser of what's going to happen later in the movie in the beginning, and then they go into the actual like what happened before, the actual story, and then they slowly build into it, right? And probably some flashbacks of like the character thinking about what's gonna happen in the future. It's just making you think, bro, I cannot wait until we get to this part. I'm excited, right? Pretty much you want to do that in a YouTube video. Talk about the result that they're gonna get once they implement this, and you can show like kind of the end product, but not too much, if you know what I mean. Just have constant mini payoffs in the video. Next thing I want to talk about is a brand example. For example, Red Bull. Their brand is pretty much entertainment first, and they have the same consistent identity across all their channels. These are extreme moments, short and high energy clips, which are going to attract a wide variety of people. And these top of funnel videos should be ideas that anyone in your niche would click on, not, specific, because top of funnel videos are designed to get as many people as possible. Like we said earlier, total addressable market. Now let's move on to middle of the funnel videos. If I go over here, you can see we have one from Nick Serif, pretty much talking about how to copy this AI strategy, this AI agency strategy. And you can pretty much see in the thumbnail, it's very like, it's kind of expands on the title. Copy this AI agency strategy. Then in the thumbnail, month 1, month 2, month 3. It's like really like structured in a way, like it's really interesting to see this. Like if I was, I wanted to build an AI agency, I would probably click on this. I would definitely click on this. And the job of these videos is to turn that was cool into I know, like, and trust this person. So let's break this down a little bit more. We have some examples here from Marquise Brownlee. You're probably thinking, doesn't this guy get millions of views? Well, it's not really top of funnel, it's mostly middle to funnel because it's really specific about this product. For example, you can see the image here. Let me actually zoom this in a bit. You can probably see this image here, 1+15 review. This is not normal. This is going to be an actual like middle to funnel video because it's talking about a specific type of product, right? Now, if he was talking about electronics in general, like don't buy smartphones, something like that, that would be super middle to funnel, right? But why would someone click on that? When it comes to products in general, they should be very specific. By the way, if you want our agency to handle everything for you, including the ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, and posting, all with the goal of getting you more views, more high quality leads from your channel, then click the first link below to pick your free strategy call with our agency. Otherwise, let's just get right back into the video. Another example we have here is from Kevin Stratford, and he's pretty much talking about specific types of apps and like websites that you can use to do things. For example, he has Gmail advanced tips. This is very specific for Gmail. He has things about Jira. He has a Jira tutorial. That's very specific to Jira. It's very middle to funnel because he's talking about specific products, not in general. And you can even see if we have Ty Frankel here, he's talking specifically about LinkedIn. He's not talking about anything else. He's talking about LinkedIn, how to grow with LinkedIn, not how to grow in social media, how to grow with LinkedIn. So very specific, very middle of the funnel. And the more specific topic you are, the more middle of the funnel it's going to be. And these are all classified as middle of the funnel because they're very specific about its topic. Now, the commonalities of these actual videos, the formats typically include like tutorials, reviews, breakdowns, live Q&As, etc. Things like this, right? These typically classify as middle of the funnel. And viewers at this stage typically binge watch, save it, and take notes. Compared to top of funnel, where they're mostly just watching, most likely for entertainment, or maybe because you're the first person they saw, they just click this video because they're looking mainly for entertainment. Their brain needs dopamine, right? But middle of the funnel is very more specific. It's kind of solving a specific problem a lot more. And so this is going to be typical viewers at this stage. And here's exactly what you want to do if you want to like follow this exact structure for middle of the funnel videos. First thing you want to do is teach frameworks rather than random tips. And this is how you stack up trust. Then you want to sell your course or your membership, maybe you're opt into your newsletter, maybe you book a call with you, etc. So pretty much just teaching a framework, giving value first, and then sell your thing at the end. You can't sell your thing in the beginning, and you can't just sell low ticket products. I mean, you can, but you're not reaching a wide variety of people. Low ticket products typically are top of funnel videos that you want to hammer out. And if you have the higher ticket offer, you want to go middle of the funnel. If you have a super high ticket offer, probably bottom of the funnel videos would be better for you. Now, your middle of the funnel videos should be very specific that a very specific audience would actually click on. And you want to use middle of the funnel videos to answer objections, not just get views. That's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to answer objections because it's targeting your ICP, your ideal client profile. And here's how to create bingeable content step by step, because middle of the funnel content is typically bingeable content. So first thing you want to do is pretty much answer all of your audience's FAQs. What frequently asked questions do you have? You can answer this, you can answer that, you can answer that as well. And that's going to be just turn each one into an actual video. Don't just make the title the actual objection, like what they're asking, but you know what I mean. Just package it around that specific FAQ and answer their questions that they have before they even book a call with you. That way you can just pre-handle objections. Second thing you want to do is build a channel around a specific transformation. For example, if you have a sales channel, you're helping sales reps get into a high ticket closing position. You want to answer only that one problem and help people with that specific transformation. Help them get into that role that they're looking for. You don't want to make a video about how to cook, some steak. If you're targeting high ticket closers, like that's the opposite of what you want to do. Just stay very specific. Don't get general at all in that case. Step 3, you want to create content pillars. So when it comes to creating content pillars, here's how you exactly want to do it. So first you want to break down your offer or service into 10 steps or 10 pillars. So pretty much explaining 8 to 10 steps that they would need, that the viewer would need to get to their end goal, which is like their desired outcome. So just name those 10 steps. And then all these videos can be turned into individual ideas, or you can create different video ideas based off of those individual steps. And just break it down. You can create a ton of video ideas just by doing this. Or what you can do is create your own content pillars by breaking down your niche into different topics. And then once done, you can create 5 to 10 YouTube videos covering each topic, and pretty much around 30 videos. You can just once you post at least 30 videos of these ideas that you came up with, you can just redo all these videos. No one's going to remember. And even if they do, well, it's more content for them to watch, I guess, right? And plus, you're not going to say the exact same thing. Obviously, you can change it and update it with new info, new case studies, new insights, and you can just repackage it in general. Step 4, what you want to do is create repeatable video formats. And this just means like the same style of video. For example, live breakdowns. If you do live breakdowns often, you want to just stick with that. If you do audits often, you just want to stick with that. Day in the lives, maybe, if that's tied to like a lesson, of course. If you're B2B, you don't want to do these, but if you're B2C, day in the lives work extremely well, right? So what you want to do is just just keep the same different formats. You can be different ones on your channel as well, but stick with the same one, stick with the same style as well. And then step 5 is going to be open loops. We do this via cards, end screen elements, keep them in like your ecosystem, as well as we have multiple series, full-length courses, masterclasses, and playlists with series and a CTA to the next video. And you always want a CTA to like your My Store video or a free course video, because that's going to be the most watch time that you're going to get on your channel. That's most likely going to be the most popular video on your channel, and that video is most likely going to be what converts the most people. They're going to spend the most time with you on those videos. And of course, if you're on a B2C channel, which I'm not targeting you, but if you are watching this, well, you want to document your journey, but always tie it to value. For example, your travels. If you're documenting your travel, talk about business growth as well, because if viewers binge watch your progress, and each video still must solve a specific pain point. It can't just be fully entertainment, because if it is, well, good luck selling something at all. Like, unless you're just really not selling anything, which a lot of people don't do. Now, bottom of the funnel content. Let's actually go up here a bit. There's 2 types of bottom of the funnel videos. There's case study breakdowns and there's client interviews. Now, for case study breakdowns, this is an example here. He's pretty much breaking down a result that he got. And these videos' job is to turn, I like this guy, into, I'm going to pay this guy. And a client interview's job is to pretty much turn, I like this guy, into, I'm going to pay this guy even more. Because not only are you selling your offer, the other person who's probably just like the person watching or was in the same position as the person watching is selling them on it too. So it's 2 people this time. And it's way more powerful when you have the client on the call talking about how good your product or service is. And some examples here, I already showed some, but here's another example from Cole Gordon. He pretty much has this case study breakdown, him breaking down how this ad that he made, I'm guessing spent $447,000, promoting it. It got 8 million views and it made $2.78 million. We also have another one from Cardinal Mason, which was a client interview. I believe this was in person, talking about how an 18-year-old makes $20K a month with AI copywriting. And we have another one from me, how I helped PopAI, a SaaS company, generate over 4.2K in 16 days using one YouTube video using YouTube. And so these are not just videos, but these could be sales assets as well. This is not just content you can post, but you can actually send this content in DMs, on emails, on sales calls, you can present them, etc. Right? This is an actual sales asset. And so let's go over the frameworks and exactly how to create each one. We have client interviews and we have case study breakdowns. Client interviews first, you pretty much want to think about it as old situation, problem, new solution, results. Right? So first thing you want to do is, ask them and get in depth with it. What did they try before working with you? What happened before? Get into like the real pain, because the viewer watching is probably dealing with the same exact thing they were. Second thing you want to do is ask them what changed when they started working with you. This is going to enlighten your viewers' eyes. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, you got this result working with Marquise. You got this result working with them. I want the same thing. And then third thing you want to do is show the results, show the proof. This is what's going to sell them a lot more. Specific results. Talk about the numbers, talk about their feelings, talk about their lifestyle changes, talk about how they possibly, brought a new car. They bought a new house. They were able to, retire their mother, something like that. These type of emotional things will turn your viewer into someone who actually wants to buy immediately. Like, they're going to book a call instantly if you get them emotionally tied. Now, for case study breakdowns, this is the same framework pretty much, but these are a bit different because the client isn't actually on the call to sell your offer as well. And it's just you pretty much breaking down something on maybe a Miro board, a Gamma doc, or like a Google doc, something like this. And the first thing you want to do is pretty much introduce the client and your niche. Where are they from? What did they do? How were they before versus after working with you as well? That's the second thing. What happened before? Were they dealing with X? Did they have X problem? And what happened after? And third thing you want to do is think about or talk about what result did you help them achieve. Fourth thing you want to do is like show a result screenshot. The views, the watch time, the book calls, the revenue. That's just for me. Like, I would show that stuff because I'm helping people with YouTube, but you're probably helping people with, let's say, drop shipping or maybe sales skills, right? You would show the results that they would usually get. And of course, the results and the numbers is what's going to actually sell them. And how you should think about this video affecting your viewer is the viewer should be looking at this video and thinking, I just want them to do it for me, right? I just want you to help me out. That's what they should be thinking after watching this video. So use those frameworks because it's going to help you a ton. And these bottom of the funnel video ideas should be videos that interested prospects would actually click on, not some random dude from a different niche. Interested people should want to click on this. No one else should want to click on this video, literally. And these videos typically get the least amount of views, but they convert the most because you're targeting a very specific person. And if you sell high ticket, let's say bottom of the funnel videos would matter a lot more than your biggest viral hits, because people want to go into your offer, especially if you have a high ticket offer, are watching the boring videos that a lot of people aren't watching, right? If you're targeting a lot of people, then you're going to have a lot of unqualified audiences watching the video. But if your video is very specific, if it's very like case study, like if it's really results driven and something you've done before, showcasing your expertise, your authority, how you help them achieve X, then it's going to convert a lot more. That's just 100%. Like I've done this for clients and it always does. And you always want to aim for 1 to 2 plus case study videos and a few client interviews that you can reuse forever. And you don't need to pretty much create a ton of them. Like you can, obviously it would help, but if you have like 1 to 2 very, very strong ones and maybe 1 client interview, then honestly that's enough. You can just run with that, especially if the result's extremely good. And every time someone asks you via DMs or email, does this actually work? Okay, just send them the YouTube video, say, check this out, and boom, you can just sell them just like that. That's what I mean. Bottom of funnel videos can literally be used as assets. Send it in DMs, emails, sales calls. I've done this before. You can use it for follow-ups and it works extremely well. It works every single time. After going through 100 YouTube channels and breaking down their actual YouTube videos, here's the raw truth. YouTube doesn't reward the biggest creators. They reward the creators that understand the algorithm and understand their own funnel. Top of funnel content is strictly for reach. Middle of the funnel content builds trust, and bottom of the funnel content prints money. So if you get this structure right, the algorithm will instead start working for you. And this is exactly what we do for my clients at my YouTube content agency. So if you want to learn more about this and how to create a YouTube channel that grows, scales, and converts, then click the first link below to book a free strategy call with my agency. Otherwise, you can click this video on screen next because YouTube thinks you enjoy this video a lot more.